The last time we saw Wanda, she was exacting revenge on Nicholas Scratch, who had tormented her family, Wiccan, Quicksilver, and her apprentice, Amaranth. Her retribution culminated in banishing him to the ominous witch's underworld. It was yet another reminder of why meddling with her family is a dangerous mistake. Now, several weeks have passed since that confrontation, and the enigma of Amy's missing past remains unsolved. Darcy's investigative instincts have made her skeptical of Wanda's new student, uneasy about the immense power Amaranth possesses, fearing it might conceal a threat greater than they've imagined. Tensions of impatience, doubt, and frustration linger as Wanda summons the young sorceress to join her on a journey through the last door, leading to a frigid expedition. Their destination is Old Crow, Yukon, where they find the northern Canadian town eerily deserted, its residents frozen solid as though life itself had turned to ice. But they are far from alone. Massive, magical worms suddenly surface from beneath the icy surface, launching a ferocious attack. Still unsettled from her earlier exchange with Darcy, Amaranth impulsively ignores Wanda's warnings and attempts to assist her mentor by splitting the creature's focus. Meanwhile, Wanda becomes engrossed in unraveling the magical chaos, sensing the core of the mystical disturbance. Separated from her mentor during the Iceworm battle, Amy's latent powers erupt, revealing new depths to her abilities. Unintentionally, her magical defenses drive the worms into a frenzy, causing them to devour one another before turning their wrath back on Amaranth. The horrifying sight deeply unsettles the young witch, who once admitted to using her powers similarly on her adoptive father. As she struggles to comprehend what she has unleashed, another worm engulfs her entirely. Meanwhile, Wanda confronts the king worm, only to discover it carries a comatose passenger whose dormant energy seems to fuel the creature's rampage. She learns his name is Jack Frost, a character co-created by Stan Lee and Charles Nicholas, last seen over 3 decades ago. Using her magic, Wanda manages to awaken the enigmatic figure and unravel the origins of his story, tracing back over 70 years to his debut in USA Comics issue 1. With a combination of magical precision and raw power, Wanda helps Jack, also known as Isobrat, recover the memories long locked away in his mind. An ancient Asgardian ice god and the patron of spring's thaw, Jack Frost has waged war against Ymir's iceworms for eons until the creatures adapted, exploiting his frozen strength to fuel their rise. Together, Jack and Wanda combine their strengths to break free and annihilate the king worm. Meanwhile, Amaranth begins to succumb to the otherworldly cold, her life fading with each passing moment. Elsewhere in Old Crow, the townsfolk slowly awaken as the icy grip on the city begins to thaw, thanks to Jack Frost's return. Sensing that Amaranth's life is slipping away, Wanda summons the light of a young star to save her. Using the Scarlet Witch's magic and the power of a baby sun, the iceworm is obliterated, and Amaranth is finally freed. However, the danger isn't over yet. The remaining worms, now leaderless, descend into chaos and rage, seeking bloody revenge. In response, Scarlet Witch wields the young magical star once more, annihilating every last worm in the town. With his freedom restored, Isobrat expresses his gratitude to Wanda and sets out to reclaim the centuries he lost while trapped in his comatose state. For the second time in this story arc, Wanda Maximoff finds herself confronting a being with immense mystical power and a troubling case of lost memories. While Scarlet Witch's attempts to help Amaranth have yet to yield results, her efforts with Jack Frost succeed spectacularly on the very first try. Watching someone you rely on provide the support you desperately need to someone else can be painful, but for Amy, the sting deepens upon learning how long Frost's suffering lasted. After weeks of this unbalanced dynamic, Amaranth is unraveling, and the thought of enduring it for centuries is unbearable. To make matters worse, all this mounting frustration culminates in a classic teenage outburst, with Amaranth directing her emotional storm squarely at Wanda. Let's hope Scarlet Witch can smooth over this minor crisis before Black Cat makes her anticipated appearance in the shop next month. What are your thoughts on this issue? Share your comments below,